This is the 2006 season preview for the Duquesne Dukes. About to get the new college basketball season started. We are very pumped up to do so. We've been working very hard in the off season, hoping to turn some heads this season and prove some of the doubters wrong. Not a lot of expectations according to the experts for the Dukes entering this season, coming off of an 8-22 season in 2005, but hoping we can turn things around. Let's go Duquesne. Let's meet the 2006 Duquesne Dukes. Here we have Juwan McKenzie, senior shooting guard. Number 11, we have Wyatt Plakowski, junior center, number 43. We'll have Donovan Sperry, senior shooting guard, number 22. Mario Beavers, sophomore power forward, number 34. Jesse Gorney, sophomore small forward, number 14. Len Dickerson, senior power forward, number 31. Elmer Teague, freshman shooting guard, number 10. Devon Quinn, sophomore power forward, number 30. Vincent Northcutt, freshman small forward, number 21. And Sidney Koster, freshman power forward, number 32. Eugene Blackman, sophomore power forward, number 40. That is the 2006 Duquesne Dukes. Excited to get the season going. Let's take a look here at our schedule for the 2006 season. We will start things off at home, taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Then we'll be on the road against Oakland, on the road against Akron, at home against Robert Morris, at home against Pittsburgh. A couple local matchups there. Then on the road against West Virginia, on the road against Youngstown. A couple more close opponents. We will be at home against the Citadel. And then we will be at home against number 8, Boston College. That'll be our final non-conference game before conference play begins. We will begin Atlantic 10 play on the road against LaSalle. Then we will be at home against UMass, home against Richmond, on the road against Fordham, on the road against Dayton. We will be at home against number 24, George Washington, defending Atlantic 10 champions. On the road against St. Bonaventure, at home against LaSalle, at home against Fordham, on the road against Rhode Island, on the road against Temple, at home against St. Louis, on the road against Xavier, at home against St. Bonaventure, on the road against number 20, Charlotte, at home against St. Joseph, to finish off the 2006 season. And hopefully we can put together solid season and make a run in the tournament after that conference tournament, and then hopefully another tournament to follow. So here we go, about to begin the 2006 season. Let's get here to the season preview show.
And welcome to our preview of the upcoming NCAA basketball season. What a year we expect it to be. We're pleased to have you along for the ride. I'm Greg Gumbel. With me is Clark Kellogg. We're ready to give you a look at all the top teams and players in college hoops this season. So let's dive right into it and unveil the top teams in the preseason top 25 poll. Here you have it, the top 5 teams in college basketball heading into the season. The Connecticut Huskies are the number 1 team in the land. The Duke Blue Devils have staked a claim to the number 2 spot. The Texas Longhorns are just behind them at number 3. The Arizona Wildcats come in as the number 4 team. The Oklahoma Sooners round out the top 5 heading into the season. Clark, what jumps out at you about that group of teams?
Well, Greg, those are outstanding teams. You've got a little bit of everything. Outstanding coaching, terrific big men, some sharpshooters, strong defenders. This is a very strong group.
The Connecticut Huskies are the team on everyone's mind at the top of the poll. This is a powerful team playing in a powerful conference.
They're rightfully considered one of the best teams in the country. I'd look out for these guys down the stretch. They should be very good.
The Duke Blue Devils are an interesting team in the number 2 spot. They were winners of 27 games a year ago.
Matching that record is going to be a challenge, but they simply got to forget about the past and get to the business of winning games right here, right now.
The Texas Longhorns stand out as the number 3 team in the preseason poll. They reached the tournament last year but couldn't get out of the opening round.
I think some tournament experience is better than none at all, so they should be better prepared if they get there this season, and I believe they will be there.
The Arizona Wildcats are near the top, ranked 4th as we start the season. They're coming off a regular season championship in their conference last season.
They have to be considered in the running to take that title this year as well. You've got to put them in the mix.
The Oklahoma Sooners are in good position as the 5th-ranked team in the nation. They were 2nd place in their conference last year at the end of the regular season.
They're obviously going to want to go one better than that this time around, and I think they have the ability to do so.
Now let's have a look at the next group of teams in our top 25. What do you think of that group, Clark?
That's a heck of a group right there. The teams in the top 5 better watch their backs because there are a few in this group that are going to be ready to take their place right away.
The Alabama Crimson Tide are a very intriguing team, it would seem. These guys won 24 games last year.
Yep, and that's a real nice total. But I believe they've got the ability to add a few more wins to that amount this season. We'll see.
The Villanova Wildcats also strike me as a team to keep an eye on. They got a small taste of tournament success last season when they reached the Sweet 16.
Now they need to establish that same pattern of success in the regular season so they can carry the momentum into the postseason.
All right, Clark, thanks. Let's move to the teams that round out our preseason top 25. What can you tell us about that group as a whole?
The preseason poll is pretty top-heavy this year, but we shouldn't rule out a few surprise teams from this bunch making some noise before the season comes to a close.
The Ohio State Buckeyes are worthy of a closer look. This team may provide us with a few surprises this season.
A lot of the fans know about the stars on this team and what they can do, but there are some other players, non-marquee players, that could be ready to have breakout seasons.
The Michigan State Spartans could provide us with some storylines. When you think of the word team, these guys immediately come to mind.
Chemistry is a word we throw around all the time, but when you see a team that has it, it's fun to watch. They play so well together. Individual goals mean nothing to them. It's all about the team.
All right, let's take a look at the guys on the court and move on to the top players in the nation. There before you, our 5 preseason first-team All-Americans. These players are the best of the best in college basketball this season. Take us through the list, if you would, Clark.
Boylan is easily one of the best players in the college game today. He's a force to be reckoned with on the basketball court at both ends. We're just lucky to get to watch him play. He could be in for one of the biggest seasons in recent memory.
Let's move on to the next first-teamer on the list. The Arizona Wildcats struck it rich the day this guy showed up on campus. Wouldn't you say, Clark?
Reeves is another special player. There is so much to like about him as a player. He's got that deadly combination of basketball IQ and physical skills that makes him so hard to guard. He's a solid player in every aspect.
Continuing through the first team, let's take a look at another fantastic player. The Boston College Eagles are going to be very happy with the production they get out of this guy this year, I have a feeling.
The Sheik begins the year on the first team, and I think we'll see him there at the end of the year as well. What a talented all-around player this guy is. Keep an eye on his stats this season.
Next on our list is a player who's sure to give the fans some thrills this year. The Oklahoma Sooners will be looking to him for inspiration and leadership.
Siakam gives him a go-to guy in more than one area. This should be a season to remember for him. Just in terms of individual accomplishments, I see a lot of success for him this year. With his ability to read and exploit defenses, the sky's the limit.
Last but not least in our rundown of this year's preseason All-Americans is this young man. The Duke Blue Devils have got to love having him to lead them into battle.
Lancet is truly a treat to watch on the basketball court. He could star on any team in any conference in the nation. He's certainly deserving of a spot on the first team, and I just hope he gets the recognition he has coming to him this year.
Now let's reveal our second team preseason All-Americans. Not much of a fall off from the first team, I can tell you that. Let's get right into it. The Pittsburgh Panthers have a budding star on their hands right here, not to mention his pro potential. What a future he has in store for him.
Scott didn't miss out on the first team selection by much. You can be sure of that. Get used to seeing this guy. He is an unbelievable player that should be in for a huge season. There are very few, if any, better players than this man right here.
Next up, another player that'll have the pro scouts drooling when he gets ready to make the jump from college. The Temple Owls lean on this guy quite a bit, and he rarely lets them down.
Cannon is a tremendously talented player. We're looking at a bona fide Player of the Year candidate, Greg. He's right where he belongs on this list of All-Americans.
Certainly our next player has earned his spot as one of the 10 best players in the country. The Gonzaga Bulldog will look much better this season with this young man around.
Man is one of those guys who seems like he was born to play basketball. This young man truly understands the game of basketball. He has tremendous instincts to match his athletic ability and confidence. There's nothing he can't do on a basketball court.
When our next player hits the court, the fans are always ready to stand up and pay attention. The Louisiana Tech Bulldogs have made him one of the cornerstones of their team, and for good reason.
Dearman is no surprise as a member of the All-American team. He's a wonderful player who does so many things well. He would be a leader on any team in the country.
Let's move on to the last player on our list of the second team All-Americans. The Nevada Wolfpack have a few fans who are interested in watching his exploits this season.
Burrows is the final player on the list, but he's just as strong as our other 4 picks. I know how hard he's worked to reach this level, and he'll continue to work hard throughout the season.
We're glad you could join us for the NCAA season preview. We hope you enjoy watching the season as much as we enjoy bringing it to you from the opening tip through the Final Four.
All right, let's get the 2006 season started. Let's go Duquesne.